There we go. We are live, ladies.
Hello, Facebook friends and family, everybody out there. Welcome to Ajustas Tu Corona's first live.
Hello, Facebook friends and family. Yes. Hello, mi gente. Namaste, everybody.
Hello.
Thank you for joining us.
Hello, everybody. Welcome.
We want
Francia from Cocoa Beach, Florida. Where are you?
I'm in Norwalk, Connecticut.
Tampa, Florida. I am La Margarita.
I am Francia Elena Rodriguez Reina.
Lillian, also known as Exceptional Me.
There you go.
So, ladies and gents, we are here this evening to introduce our new live event, which is going to be held bi-weekly. Today, we just want to have a conversation with all of you to discuss 2020 and the coming 2021. We will get deeper into specific subjects as we start the new year, but we just wanted to let you know what's coming. We're here and a little bit about what we all went through this year. Margarita, would you like to tell them how was your 2020?
You know, I I can't complain. I didn't take it as drastic. I didn't take it as like the sky was falling. I stood in my Zen moment, and I lived in faith, and I prayed, and I didn't stress over something I could not control throughout the conversations we had. Um nope, you're stuck, all the stores were closed, there was a little shifting we had to do, the toilet paper shortage. you know you couldn't get Lysol anywhere, but no, I'm one of those that can honestly say, and just through conversation, that I didn't stress it. I just dealt with what came, and I my creativity just was full blown, and I took advantage of the time that I was gifted, because that's what we were all given, was time to inquire within and to analyze where we are, where we came from, where we were in 2020, and where we want to be in 2021.
Mm-hmm.
and
Absolutely.
Beautiful.
and I think, and I took that that gift. And although you have, I'm a 24/7 caregiver to my mom with dementia, so it's not like I could be out and about anyway, but it served a great purpose in my personal life and helping me strategize and plan for the several businesses that I'm pushing forth now.
Yeah.
Awesome. That's
Beautiful.
great. That's great. Francia.
Yeah. Same here. I cannot complain. I'm grateful. Started 2020 was amazing. The start of 2020. I can't complain. January and February were two great months, leading to March, what we came to a halt. But I was blessed to still have a job. I was blessed to, again, take advantage of the time at home. Uh, thank God COVID did not hit close to home, but we did knew a lot of family that was affected by it, whether it was financially or or death, or, but definitely was a moment in time for us to shift, to take advantage of what was in front of us and run with it. And we did that with Ajusta tu Corona this year. We ran with it virtually, and it was a success. I'm grateful for it, the opportunity, and like we are, like me personally, just found myself not changing my goals, not changing my what I'm focused on, but just direction or how to get there.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm ready for 2021.
Wonderful. Well, for me, I have to say, everyone that follows me knows how much I love traveling, and travel came to a complete halt. Thank goodness that we were able to squeeze in a trip to Colombia in January. It
Yes,
was an amazing
ma'am.
trip. Um, and March 13th, I was told I would start working from home. And I thought, yes, it's what I've always wanted. And then I found myself going into this dark place where all I wanted to do was sleep, didn't want to talk to anybody on the phone, didn't know what was going on. And one day I just woke up and I said, I got to snap out of this, snap out of this. And I did, thank goodness, because I have been in that dark place before many, 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 many years ago, and I did not want to go back. And turns out that in August, I was able to work from home in Florida for 2 months. My mom wasn't feeling too well, so I was forever grateful that I had that time to spend with her. Because had I been working in the office, I wouldn't have spent that much time with her. So we developed a new bond, me and my mother. I was able to spoil her, pamper her, spend a lot of quality time with her. A lot of blessings this year. Started another business. It's just a lot of blessings. There was a lot of, like Margarita said, a lot of shortages, stores were closed, but we all have to evolve no matter what our surroundings are. So we were able to evolve. Some of it took it, ran with it, created new opportunities. And then there's those that we hope we can help to bring you to enlightenment.
Yeah.
Yes, it's I when I hear people talk about how awful it was, I don't think 2020 was, despite, those that sadly passed away, I don't think it was such a cursed year. It really wasn't. You know what it was? As Americans, we're so spoiled, and we like that easy life. We like the drive-throughs and going to a restaurant, and sitting in there, meeting with people, and so now we're home and we have to cook. Unless you're gonna order out, but then that was a dilemma for some. And earlier in the Viva Café con Leche show, we like some people became best friends with their Ubers, each person, and even got them Christmas gifts. But I think that it was all about shifting your flow and adjusting to the new now, and realizing that there's so much more to you. Like, some people were like, oh my God, is this me? Like, they were reintroduced to themselves, or they finally saw themselves for the phenomenal spirit that they are, but life got in the way and they didn't do the self-care and practice the self-love. So this year, I think it was like Mother Nature cleaning house. You know how sometimes you gotta burn trees and bushes down in order for them to grow
Correct.
healthier and fresh. That's what the universe did to us. And for those that still haven't developed that sense, I hope you find it before the 31st, the clock strikes midnight, because that's what this was. This was a year of awakening. And and I'm just like, I'm not gonna say it was a bad year with elections, or all the mishaps that happened. Like I said, all the people who passed away, whether through COVID or the violence that occurred earlier in the year. And my deepest sympathies go out to all their families. But I think that, yeah, I think a lot of people were forced to become gardeners of their lives. They had to tend to their crops. They had to make sure that they were sowing the right seed so that they may reap the rewards as God wants you to live your
That's true.
purposeful life. So I believe that. I believe if you think back on 2020, you'll realize, damn, I did have a green thumb after all, because look at how I'm flourishing. Look at how I'm blooming in my season. And that's what people got to
Absolutely.
look at. Hmm.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah. For those who were stuck home with someone they were not happy with, hey, that was the best way for you to learn that, just that. Is you live in such a routine where you come home, even, your own family, your own kids, how you handle your own home. If you come home and you're like, I don't want to be here, it's time to, like you said, time to reevaluate that. And
Mm,
it's like your home should be your temple where you want to be. So
But
a lot of
absolutely.
awakening.
when we're
As,
forced, like the way we were forced to confine, what once was your sanctuary soon became your prison.
mhm.
And a lot of people didn't know how to get through that. I've spoken to a lot of people who didn't know how to navigate through making the shift that it went, a lot of us, including myself, when we're at see the spectrum, we go from here, the light, all the way to the dark. We skip the middle, our medium, the gray area that really keeps us balanced. And I
Mhm.
think with so much fear being put out there, um a lot of people jump from the light and happiness and free spirited straight to imprisonment in their own mind, so that then everything around them felt like that. And when we did Ajusta Tu Corona this year, which is very beautiful, I think we spoke a lot about that. We spoke about the achievements, Ajusta Tu Corona, achievements. You must have tenacity for your life so that you can then bless all those around you, and the courage to be
A lot of courage.
unapologetic with your dreams and your goals. Because, and I'm sorry, Lillian, I don't want to steal the show, but
It's okay.
I'm on a roll. But because a lot of people, I'm a firm believer that what's for me is for me, and no one can take away from me. They might delay my process and thinking they won without realizing that me and my spiritual realm is always in control. So what you felt you delayed was delayed because it wasn't time for me to get there. But I will eventually get there because I'm not a quitter, right? So I think that when being a life coach, and when people talk about what they want to do, never put out there, oh, you shouldn't do this until you do this. Because you know what? When I started one of my new businesses that I'm going to announce later on in the week, it took me months to actually get to it because I was so intimidated by it. And a lot of people are like, why are you going to do that for? There's so much out there. And you sure you know what you're doing? And that didn't intimidate me as much as me actually doing it, but it bothered me. Okay. So the message I just want to give to whoever's listening is that, you know, always follow your heart, because you're not, what are you going to be? A perpetual student? Research, sit there in class, listen to 50 million speakers talk about the same thing, take notes, go home, review your notes. ¿Y qué pasa? Nada. You don't move out your ass, right? So I think that when you have a dream and you write it down and you make it a goal, and then you set a plan for it, don't stop there. It doesn't matter who whispers in your ear that you're not ready for it now, because cuando
Never ready.
te nace, you know?
Yeah.
So when you send that prayer out, listen, sit the hell down, tranquiliza la mente, and listen, because God's either going to whisper it to you, he's going to show it to you in a dream, he's going to feel it in your heart that you're going to wake
He'll
up,
put the people right in front of you telling you how to do it.
and
This is
you're
how
going to
you do
wake
it.
up. Yes, and you're going to wake up one morning, it's like, you know what? I'm going to take a leap of faith. And so, you know what? When you do that, you trust the process, and you go and you follow your dreams, and you shut the noise around you. And
Which is,
which is what?
I'm sorry, which is why we are all here tonight. This was a dream. I prayed about it, and here we are this evening. And just to backtrack a little bit, Ajusta Tu Corona is a conference that we hold yearly. What Ajusta Tu Corona stands for is adjust your crown. Just like we tell everyone we wear many hats, as women, we are mothers, we birth children, we're sisters, we're daughters, and we are all queens. So when there is something, your path is bumpy, there's something going on in your life, the walls come up, the bricks are thrown at you, you adjust that crown and you keep it going like the queen that you are. So this is what Ajusta Tu Corona is about. It is Adjust Your Crown in Spanish. We are three Latina businesswomen. The event that we hold once a year is now going to become a huge fundraiser for other things that we want to be involved in and other causes that we want to be involved in. We will talk about those on a bi-weekly basis and keep you informed. What Margarita said is absolutely true. I jumped into this. My three beautiful co-organizers, the two co-organizers here with me, they have their own growth, their own businesses, their own dreams and accomplishments. So they may not be on with me at all times, but we will do our best to keep it a part of it. We also want to create workshops for you, something that you may have interest in, something that you want to discuss. Let us know. Put it in the chat. Put it in the chat. Let us know. Talk to us. We will write back to you. And if it's something that we don't have the knowledge on, we will bring somebody onto the show that will be better able to explain it to you. So this is for you, for all of you out there, ladies and gentlemen. Please join our show, follow, click, subscribe, like on YouTube and Facebook. We so appreciate you. We want to talk about 2021. So 2020 was a year of evolving. A lot of things were taken off. If you do not know, my co-organizers are going to talk a little bit about their businesses. Francia, tell them about yours.
Yes.
So yes, thank you so much. Like you said, always evolving, always growing. I'm a real estate agent, licensed in Connecticut and in Florida now. So learning the market, just being the best at what you do. So that's my goal. I'm also starting my marketing business that I've launched, and I'm going to school for it. Started my bachelor's for sales and marketing, and this virtual digital world that is endless of opportunity. So I'm building my foundation, and I have my amazing tribe that always supports me. So yes, it's called Firm Marketing, and FIR stands for is my initials for my full name, but for my business is an acronym for. I'm sorry, I just drew a blank. I know, for focus, excellence, real results. So you focus on being excellent at what you do, and myself and my virtual team will help you bring real results, whether it's customers, whether it's social media presence. We will help you do that.
Beautiful. And you do beautiful work. And
absolutely.
You've done videos for me, for Viva Café con Leche, for my morning show. You've done videos for my books and how freaking amazing I am. You just did it because I'm amazing. And for Exceptional Me Jewelry, for Ajusta Tu Corona, I think, and all the people that I've seen you do videos for, and just keep getting better until you surpass your own expectations, because that's our goal, is to surpass our own expectations.
Correct.
Not anyone else's. And I, right. as a spiritual life coach, I cannot tell people enough. It's not about expectations of what others put on you. It's not about people pleasing. It's not about keeping
competition.
Everything. Oh, the only competition that I'm in is who I was yesterday sitting on the couch watching a movie. I have to be better than that today. So what do you do is, when you set a goal, you meet it and you go beyond. Correct. You pass that goal. You say, okay, I want to sell, by the end of the week, I want to sell 300 packages. Let's just put it that way. Well, by the end of the week, make sure you got 500 sold. It just, you have to excel at what you do. You have to excel against yourself, because life does get in the way. Things does happen. And then we just like, oh, I'll do it tomorrow, because I know I'm a procrastinator. I'm never going to sit up here and lie. I procrastinate. I wait till like the 11th hour, and then I'm running like the Tasmanian devil trying to get it done. But I always do, because I work well under pressure. But it would be less stress for me, right, if I just get it done when I'm supposed to. But anywho, that's me. We're not talking about that. I'm just saying.
No, yeah, I feel like we mentioned before in conversation, I'm a student every day. I'm learning from myself, from others, what to do, what not to do. Always love constructive criticism. I take it very well, and I learn. I learn every day. And like Lillian mentioned earlier, is there's a lot of growth in trial and error, and
Mhm.
trying something. Try it. If you like it, you like it. I think Jim Carrey said something like that. He said, I don't want to be bad at failing. I want to be good at it. If I'm going to fail, I'm going to be good at it. So just be good at everything that you do. If you're going to fail, get back up and try something else. But me personally, I want to invest in what I do and learning and being the best that I can be. And I'm a hands-on, so I have to learn it and apply it right away. So I
Mhm.
have to keep doing it. If not, I have to be consistent. So I can't just sit there, learn, take notes, and then, and not apply it. I have to. So I'm learning a lot as I go, but my goals and intentions are definitely to be the best marketing company, business, and realtor, broker.
Amen.
Wonderful. Amen. Well, me, I'm always the overanalyzer, and I am the one that will read, take notes, take notes, take notes, take notes. And if I learned anything this year, is that time waits for no one. So I am definitely um, diving in and learning as I go. I have become a sponge this year where I just am going to be this year and going into next year, I'm going to be the sponge. I want to soak up everything. I want to learn everything. I'm going to go to life coaches. I'm going to, because the light within you doesn't dim. It just shines brighter and brighter and brighter and brighter. So the more you know, the more you learn, the more knowledge that you seep, the brighter your light gets and the more that you can offer to others. So that is my mission this year, is to be the student, learn as much as possible so that I can spread it forward.
Yeah, but I
Beautiful.
think I love that, especially about the light, because I think that when you are an empowered woman in a tribe of empowered women seeking to empower women and lift them up, we need that light, because at that point we are the lighthouse that draws them into safety. And I think that the more we do that, I am a student of life. I learn, I research, I do that, but then I'm always going to end up doing my own thing anyway. But I take that information, that research knowledge, and I apply it where it fits in my life. But everything I learn and research and read is not going to be applied because it's not all meant for me. But we should all always be students of life. But yeah, Lillian's right. We must do exactly that, to keep that burning passion of love and kindness and
Be
gratitude
intentional.
alive.
Be
Because,
intentional.
and
Focus
then
on things that are going to be for you. Like you
yes,
said, things that are you going to apply in your life that benefits you. Don't don't just go do things just because. Be intentional with your
absolutely,
relationships, with your time, with your money. You have to be intentional.
Mhm.
absolutely. And the beauty of the three of us is we're so different in our approach to everything. Um, and and I think that's where people need to learn about tribes, that you don't have to have the same goals, you don't have to have the same likes. You know what? I'm always that crazy one in the middle. I'm always going to be that, and that's okay. But
We
I think that
balance each other.
that's the beauty of it, and that we cheer each other on, and that's what life is about. It's about being kind and grateful for what we have, and sharing, because every time you share, you put a smile on somebody's face, but it always comes back. It's like a boomerang. You never lose out. You don't lose out in being kind and compassionate to people. And with going forward with the plans that Lillian spoke on, that's what we need to carry through it all. It's that Kindness, compassion, and gratitude set with the right intentions to pave our path so there's no traffic.
Definitely. I believe that I've chosen my businesses and what I do. Like Lori said this morning, it's like I'm not driven by the money. Yes, you want the money, you want the wealth, the financial stability, but I'm more service driven, like she said. I'm like that. I want to
Mhm.
I want to do the marketing, but I want to do it because I was that entrepreneur. I was that business owner that I would have loved someone to reach out and said, "Can I help you with your logo? Can I help you with your this? Can I?" I I'm doing it because of that. Same thing with my real estate. I as service, like I want to see that happy couple get their home. I want to see that family in their new home. Things like that. It's things that fulfill me.
Mhm.
The money comes with everything that we do, but it's
Of course,
definitely
Maldonado Consultant opens up the roads for that. That's exactly what you do. You help
Service driven.
people. Yes,
And even my
absolutely.
jewelry started as being exceptional. Me jewelry started as and trying to help someone else. I found that I could create jewelry. I had no idea. So it just started 2 years ago. So that's a plus in itself. And there's other businesses. And you know how sometimes in network marketing they tell you, do one thing and stick to it. Don't follow too many paths. I don't believe that. I believe that you can have many talents. I believe that you can make many businesses successful. I believe that you can help a lot of people. Those are
yeah.
my beliefs. So
Yeah, and no, and the streams of income, if they're secure
absolutely.
and like I said, intentional, those different streams of income are going to be there, and you can have something that you can rely on, while this one's building or this one's flowing or this one's growing. Just build it.
That's all it is.
Yes.
It's about following your heart, knowing where your passion is driving you, and seeking your purpose, and then just doing it. And it might have started by happenstance. Lillian likes to fill out paperwork. So many years ago, oh, I help my husband's friend. I help my brother's friend. And then before she knew it, it was a passion that she still does to this day.
Yeah.
So I mean, you must follow your heart and listen to it and feel it in your gut, because our gut is never wrong, and just do it and stop asking 30 different people what you should do.
Yep. Nope. My son, I'm
So
happy because my son Andre, he's always wanted to be a news sports broadcast, and he's looking into school for to be a broadcaster, sports at
Look at that.
25. I'm so
that's awesome.
happy. That makes me work even harder now. Like I want to make sure that that he's able to do that.
And
Yes.
that's why we're placed in positions, because you look around and not everybody has the drive to want to start their business. Why are we? Because we have to be either trailblazers, trendsetters. We have to walk up front and lead, or sometimes just walk within the crowd and be like, we got this. And sometimes our voice just needs to ring a bit louder just to echo back and them say, okay, I can do this. Not because we're doing it, but or saying that we're doing it, but because they see that it's doable. And that's what we have to teach.
Definitely.
Absolutely. Like we said, adjust that crown and keep it moving.
Every time.
Ajusta tu corona.
That's right.
Mm.
Well,
Ladies, we'd like to take this minute to send off Francia. She has other plans this evening, and she warned us at the beginning of the show that she was going to have to cut it short.
yeah,
So,
but I
yeah.
I want to take this second, if I may, to thank you, Lillian. Thank you, Margarita, for being my number one supporters, my number one cheerleaders, number one sisters from other mothers, God sisters. Like, I love you guys for giving me the opportunity and the trust to be your friend, to be your business partners, your co-host, your anything you want me to be. I thank you for that. I really do. And I'm going to make you guys proud every day. So thank you.
No, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. And take care of yourself because we got a lot of work to do.
I know, I know. All right,
Take
so
care.
have a beautiful show.
Bye,
Bye-bye.
sweetie. Bye. So, Gladiator Guru, you did not get a chance to talk about your business.
Well, it's with what I wanted to say too is that along with following your dreams and accomplishing your goals, before you do all that, you first have to do the self-care and the self-love, because
Absolutely.
you're only going to go halfway before one of the wheels fall off, and then you're just going to give up and go right back to what you've known, what's routine and what's comfortable. So you got to do the work. You got to clean up all the garbage from your past that you're still tugging around, and you got to do the work, and you got to learn how to be committed to self-care. And then, I mean, there's no limit to what you can accomplish in life, whether, just yourself, or you get a partner, or you build a tribe. But self-love is one of the biggest one. My life coaching, I absolutely I'm building workshops, online workshops. One of them is one very important. If anybody knows, I'm always dressed in black, but I love color. And one of the workshops is the girlfriends creative healing workshop online. So girls who apply, women who apply with, they have their glass of wine. I provide all the canvases, paint, and everything. So once you register and you pay, the class is a week later. I get all the things out to you. We have a big Zoom class. I'll have somebody painting here as I'm going through the sheets that I email everybody. And it is going to be about the power of color. We heal through color. Colors are very healing. And depending, sometimes we go and we pick up a paintbrush and we dip it in paint and we start painting and we don't realize why we picked that color. Because that color tells a story about our spirit. That's where the healing begins. So that's one of my main projects that I am focusing on now in 2020. It's my online workshops regarding my life coaching, spiritual and creative healing life coach. So I'm really super excited about that, because then when this is over, when this lifestyle tends to fade away, then I'll actually hold girlfriends gatherings with healing art in my home, with wine and cheese and all that other good stuff. And you heal through color. I think it's imperative for one to know what are the colors that relax them and just makes them feel like all is well with the world, because then you would need to implement that in your home, or have something of that color in your car. When you're stuck in traffic, you look at it, it relaxes you. I think that we don't add enough interest to the power of color as much as we do with music and all of that. So that's one of them. The other one I'm going to announce sometime next week. I just got to tweak it a bit. And then, I married someone this Saturday. I'm a wedding officiant. So that was really well. It was like breathing. So I guess it was part of my calling. And I'm a notary. So, I do a mobile notary, and people can come to my house to get their paperwork notarized. So I'm working on that, and I'm working on my fourth book. So it's a little bit of everything. And sometimes there are days where I just don't do nothing. I just sit and chit chat with my mom, and I change her and I feed her and I give her snacks and we drink tea. And some of those days turn out to be the best ideal forming days for me. When I'm not busy putting my hands and everything, when I'm estoy tranquilita, and all of a sudden they start coming. And then I just jot them down and I leave them and I keep doing whatever I was doing with that day, which would be just chilling. And so that's where the self-care comes in, when you get to know who you are. When you become familiar with who you are. So when someone asks you, who are you? Say I'm a housewife, I'm a mother, I'm a grandmother, an executive assistant, I'm a CEO. When you could not put none of that, because that is not who you are, and you answer that in sincere truth, that's self-love. That's because you did the self-care to where you got to know yourself so infinite that the love just seeps through you and you can conquer anything. Then you become a goddess in awe of herself. That's what we want. We want to be in awe of ourselves so that then we can uplift others.
Absolutely. So basically, Margarita has told you what my businesses are. I own I own a business called Maldonado Consulting, which is income tax preparation and bookkeeping for small businesses. I also help small businesses start their businesses. I am also a notary. I own a jewelry company called Exceptional Me Jewelry, and it's not because I'm exceptional, it's because the wearer of the jewelry needs to know how amazing and loved and exceptional they are. I'm now in the process of starting my third business, which will break ground in January, hopefully. I am a serial entrepreneur. I absolutely love taking chances and taking advantage of opportunities and jumping in with both feet and trying to make it the best and most successful business that I have. I love being a motivator. I love to inspire people. At the next show, we will talk about our past a little bit. What came of it? You'd be surprised as the women that are on the screen today, where their background was before. But that we will talk about on the next show. Um, right now, I want to say hello to some people who are watching us.
Yes,
Cynthia
please.
Seeley, hello. We have Rachel. Rachel, welcome. Rachel's out of North Carolina.
Hello,
Um,
Rachel.
we have Cal Aiden. Janet, our first not sponsor. Janet was our first queen at Ajusta Tu Corona. She was the recipient of the Ajusta Tu Corona Award, which stands for Achievement, Tenacity, and Courage. Let's see who else is on here. Naisha is on here. So welcome. Thank you. Don't forget to share, like, and continue to visit us. We so appreciate all of you. And like what's happening right now was one of my dreams, and it is coming to fruition. I prayed about it. Here we are, and we are here for you. So whatever you'd like us to talk about, send us topics that you'd like us to discuss. We will gladly do that for you. Right now, I want to read something because we are going to end our broadcast in about 8 minutes. And I want to give you this, and I want you to think about this when we leave. This was written by a mentor of mine in one of my past businesses. And he wrote, and it goes back to 2020, and it says, worrying about bills, people gossiping, doing average shit, and boom, you fucking die. Never been nowhere, never did anything, never helped nobody, never learned shit. Stop worrying. None of it matters. Live and live as big as you can. Take those chances. Be who you dream. Everything else is a lie, a distraction, and ultimately insignificant.
Awesome. I love that.
And it's true. We spend so
It
much
is.
time worrying about the petty things that to us they're mountains and they're nothing. They're nothing. They're a little curve in the road that you should not be paying any attention to.
No,
Life is so much bigger and so much beautiful and unfortunately very short. So we want to take advantage of the beautiful world that we live in and spread joy, spread kindness, love one another. Most importantly, like she said, love yourself. Love yourself. Nothing can be formed in this life, no enlightenment, no power, no nothing, if you don't have that love within.
absolutely. It's like my motto is I am not for everybody. When I speak, some people say that I'm a harsh life coach. I'm a realist. Not gonna sugarcoat shit. Not gonna work with, baby gloves with you. If you chose me, it's because you need someone to be real. So I am not for everyone, but I am always for myself. because I believe in who I am. Do I need some, to be a little smooth sometimes? Yes, but depending on what the subject is. Yeah, because I'll take constructive criticism if it's constructive, not because you don't like what I said and you're coming at me, and that's a whole other issue. But I think that um, when you're talking about having integrity and being authentic and keeping it real, you're not always going to like what you're being told, because it's holding you up, accountable. And some people want to pretend shit is not happening. So and we must do that. We might get into a little tiff tap, but Lillian and I have been friends going on 34 years. We haven't always agreed on everything. Even on vacation, we didn't agree on shit because she wants to make plans at 6 o'clock in the freaking morning. But what happens? You know what? You get up and you go with the flow and you make the best of it. And on other vacations we've been on, we have never gotten upset with each other. I told her I didn't like it. She's like, get up already. Why the hell are you planning stuff so early? But we always enjoyed our day, right? Because one, I'm not going to ruin my vacation day. I don't let nothing bother me. People they say, you don't care about anything. Well, I'm not going to stress over anything I cannot fix. I'll sleep on it, and then tomorrow we'll come up with a solution, or we'll finagle it. And that's how we gotta live. When and I think Lillian said that what that guy said, absolutely. 2020, Lillian thought I was crazy because I she calls me a conspiracy theorist, to be realist. But it's like, that's how I just live it. I didn't let it consume me to the point where I'm like choking on my own spit because of fear. And I think with any entrepreneur plans that you have, don't choke on your own fear. God is not a spirit of fear. And so if you are going to go and do something, fall on your face. Lillian and I have sold Mary Kay. We've sold a whole bunch of other toys and stuff. And I've attended our Lillian's parties. We've tried everything. And guess what? We enjoyed it for a moment. Then we're like, I don't want to do this no more. But there's, you can't say, oh, I don't like that if you've never done it. We've gotten our hands in a lot of other businesses.
Absolutely.
And so, I mean, I think that's the whole fun of it. Yeah, we spent money, but guess what? I used up all my samples in Mary Kay. And if it didn't match me, I traded with someone else who had samples. That's how life is. That's how simple it is. If it doesn't fit you, give it to somebody that it fits. And then, you move on. You move on. If it's not for you, but hey, you tried it. To this day, I started Mary Kay in 91. I still believe in Mary Kay's motto: God, me, then everybody else. And guess what that comes out to be? Self-love, self-care, being selfless with your mind, your body, and your spirit, so that you then can spread the love to all of those around you. The only way you can do that.
Absolutely. Thank you, everyone, for joining us tonight. We so appreciate you, and we'll see you back here in 2 weeks. Thank you, everyone.
Bye.
Good night.
Ciao. Namaste.